officials from 18 Russian districts call for Putin to resign. For more than a year, the question has been on everyone's mind: who would replace Vladimir Putin as Russia's leader? The answer, it seems, is none other than his old friend and former spy chief, Dmitry Medvedev. The popular Russian president has served his country well over many years, but he'll soon be entering his 8th year in power. Many people have reason to believe that Medvedev will try to take full control of the country and bring an end to its 21st century. Russians are looking for change. They need a new leader who can tackle the challenges they face every day. These 18 Russians from all corners of Russia call on Ruslan Lavrov, their current president and prime minister at the time of this article's publication, to step down from office immediately. Veterans of the USSR, including many former intelligence and security chiefs, have long opposed Putin's rule. They blame him for the current problems in the country, including the lack of transparency in the internal security system, financial mismanagement, and economic crisis. Many Russians also feel that Putin has not done enough to assist other Eastern European states, particularly Moldova, which is still under martial law. As a result, many Russians feel threatened and unsafe in their own country. Just a couple of months after emerging victorious from the Orange Revolution, which ousted the previous government, Putin's government is still struggling to vanquish internal threats. In February of this year, the country witnessed what was then the world's biggest human rights movement. The Orange Revolution, which overthrew the Russian government in February 2011, saw political and social activists marching in the streets demanding freedom and equality. It also witnessed the voices of ordinary people speaking out against the government, particularly those who felt abandoned by the Russian government. Putin was in Germany at the time, attending a meeting of the J-Day along with other world leaders. As his country was still under martial law, many Russians were afraid to speak out against him, so the conversation among the other leaders focused on the need for transparency in the press and the need for the uncovering of corruption in the state. In the months that followed the Orange Revolution, many Russians became fed up with the ineffective leadership of recent Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. They decided to launch a popular movement to replace him. In November of that same year, members of the pro-business Northern Party, headed by Anatoly Sobchak, staged a public protest against the state's attempts to weaken the economy. They demanded that Medvedev step down from office and establish a free, full and transparent system of government. In his response to the events of February, Medvedev promised to strengthen state control over the media and to establish a free and transparent system of government. However, he failed to mention a single concrete step toward those goals. In fact, Medvedev's administration has been weak in both areas. Since the beginning of the 21st century, the question of whether or not to seek fresh leadership has been a frequent topic of conversation in Russia. The term candidato is used in Russian politics to refer to a candidate who is not a member of any party but is a committed internationalist. This week, the word made headlines after it was used to refer to a potential president-elect, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. The term is used mostly among Russian intelligentsia, who see the U.S. as an example of theocracy and want to see a free and open Western world. As people prepare to elect their next president and government in Russia, they are also deciding who will rule them. Traditionally, the decision is made by the Russian people themselves, via an open and free media. However, the new year has witnessed a turn toward new forms of digital engagement, especially on social media. On January 9th, an initiative was launched by the Russian Internet Research Foundation, a group that is otherwise known for spreading anti-American and anti-Western propaganda. The group claims to have 24 million Twitter followers and 11 million Facebook likes. The foundation has also created a website with information, advice, and facts about the 2016 election and potential successors. To stay ahead of the curve in Russia, you need to understand the state of play in the country. You also need to stay true to your beliefs, which are that of a leftist. You can't sit back and take advice from everyone, though, as the situation in the country is often very diverse. To ensure you stay on top of the latest trends and developments in your country, follow these basic rules. Be loyal to the leaders of your country. Do not just follow the trends of social media and popular culture. Instead, be an independent analyst of your country's current situation. Pay attention to the opinions of your peers, but do not rely on their perspectives alone. Keep an eye on the developments in your own country. If you see a trend that is likely to continue, then take action. The future of your country is in your hands.